EPQ. What is an EPQ? EPQ stands for an Extended Project Qualification. It's a Level 3 project qualification and is graded like A-levels, A star to U, and carries the same points equivalent to an AS level. What does an EPQ involve? There are 3 aspects to an EPQ: the project itself, a production log, and a presentation. The project can take 3 forms: an essay, an artifact, for example a short film, or an event, for example an educational lesson or a sales pitch. However, even if you do an event or an artifact, you will still have to accompany this with a short essay. The production log is a document which tracks your planning and reviews your project throughout the qualification. There is also the opportunity to reflect on the process when you have completed your project. For the presentation, you will present on your title and what you found out during the completion of your project. You will also reflect on the main challenges, what you have learnt about yourself and what advice you would give to others. What topics do students look at? Anything and everything. Most students look at a topic that relates to what they would like to do at university. So, if you are currently studying A-level law and wish to study law at university, you can focus on a particular type of law or a particular legal case. However, your project must go beyond what you study at A-level. But you don't have to be studying a subject at A-level to do an EPQ on that particular subject. It doesn't have to be linked to your current A-levels or choice of university courses. It can be based on something you have a personal interest in, for example a particular genre of music. Why do students study an EPQ? To further enhance their knowledge and understanding of a topic of their choice. It's also a fantastic opportunity for students to develop key skills, such as research, independence and evaluation, before they start university. When would I start the EPQ? At present, there are 2 entry points, February in Year 1 and September in Year 2. The Year 1 entry point is aimed at those applying for highly competitive courses, such as Oxbridge, Medicine and Veterinary. The rationale for this is for students to have completed their project by the time they come to apply for their courses, allowing them to discuss their project on their UCAS form and at any potential interviews. However, some students would prefer the second entry point in Year 2. This allows students to develop the academic skills required to complete a project to a high standard. Is entry to EPQ guaranteed? No, students must be making excellent progress in their main subjects. An EPQ should enhance your studies and not distract. If you are underperforming in your main subjects, then you will not be able to complete the EPQ. What help and support will I get? Every student will be allocated a supervisor. They will meet with them once a week for support with their projects. The idea of your supervisor is to support you through the process, and they are not subject specialists. There will also be whole cohort sessions on the key skills required to complete an EPQ, such as how to write research and how to write a bibliography. So if you are interested in EPQ, start thinking about your title.